Welcome to another edition of First Person, again sponsored by the Crystal Room in Troy, Miami County's centrally located banquet and event center. Call Jessica Brown at the number running across the screen here, or check them out on the internet. The email address or the internet address is right here on Press Pros. Check them out for your next event. Large or small, their mantra is, we make events perfect, and they mean it. The Crystal Room in Troy, across from the new Kroger Plaza there on West Market Street. We hear this frequently, that we don't have enough volleyball on Press Pros. We don't have enough volleyball on First Person. I don't know if that's true or not, because John Rogers has been with us. The coach down at Miami East has been with us, John Cash, great guy, great coach.
Absolutely.
And we have another great coach with us tonight, because we are in the house of the reigning state champions in Division IV with Kim Metz, the volleyball coach here at Jackson Center. First of all, this is after practice. It's a hot, miserable day. This gym, you can absolutely melt down in. You're a little sweaty,
Yes.
a little miserable with this, but thanks for taking the time and talking volleyball with us, because I know there's people out there that appreciate it.
Well, I'm greatly humbled. I'm just impressed that you gave me a phone call and you wanted to get a few thoughts of the world up here in Jackson Center. And again, I'm very, very humbled and appreciative of your interest.
We've had our thoughts at Jackson Center for years, because this is a great place to come. It's part of the Shelby County League, of course, for people outside the area. This is a league, a conference that's accustomed to winning titles in volleyball, titles in basketball, titles in baseball, cross country, what have you. As I said, you're the reigning Division IV title winner in volleyball. I wonder, and I always ask coaches, have you had time to fully appreciate what it's like to be the champion of the state?
I don't know. I don't know if I have. I don't know if I will. Because I think there's always that element of what's next, and just you've got another crop of kids coming in, and you're just always in my mind, I'm just trying to think of the next day, to find out what's going to happen, what the next greatest drill that I can come up that's going to push us over the edge, and to make things click all over again.
The reality of coaching is, what have you done for me lately? You know, it's nice to be the state champion, but there's somebody out there who has greater, higher expectations. What have you done? What are you going to do this year? Yeah, you're the state champion, but
Sure.
Are you going to win it again? And you've got a good group of kids back. I saw you play. We saw you at Rushi the other night. I was very impressed, because your kid, Rushi's a young team. It's a
Absolutely.
young program that Coach Watkins has got there. But the fact of the matter is, your kids played like champions. They went out and took care of business, 25-17, 25-8, 25-9, see ya.
This is a great nucleus that I have back. I have 7 seniors and 1 sophomore that came back from that state tournament team. And they're just a bunch of friends. They get along on and off the court. And I think that speaks volumes. You know, when the kids are going out and doing things outside of the school building, that in and of itself pays huge dividends when you come to putting things together out on the court. You got to be friends on and off the court to help things flow.
I want to tie this thought together about what you just said, because the other night you said to me, and I think people say sports, too much sports. But consider this, what Kim Metz told me the other night. These kids, 4 or 5 of these kids are 4.0 students.
Absolutely.
They figure out the game on the fly. They're brilliant kids. They handle adversity. They figure it out. That's pretty astute.
They put an awful lot of pieces together, it's not one of those where it almost looks at sometimes that they're not really enjoying the game, but they are 100% engaged. They keep things moving and motivating each other. It's just a lot of fun, and I catch myself stepping back and watching what they can come up with, watching the different volleys and the rallies, and what they can create for themselves. It is a lot of fun.
Give you an idea about how important, how good volleyball is in the Shelby County League. I don't know how many people understand or realize this, but the last 2 state champions, the reigning state champions, You last year, Fort Laramie the year before. Anna's been good. Wade Wilhelm had great programs at Fairlawn. You know something about that.
Absolutely.
For all those years. It is really important in this league. I had somebody tell me the other day it's good because they don't have football. The focus is more on volleyball because there's only 2 of the 7 teams that play football, that being Anna and Laramie, and they play outside the league.
That may be a thought, but our kids enjoy going and watching other schools play football, and it is what it is. I think our focus comes back to we have 4 varsity sports that we're currently playing in the fall. So to kind of give us that, it's nice to have that honor to think that people are focused on volleyball, but we just have some great athletes here that we're just pushing things.
But don't you think the girls realize, the fall spotlight's on us? There isn't football as a league, so volleyball gets that much more emphasis. People come to the gym. The spotlight really is on those girls.
Well, it may be, but I think they're very humble in the fact that I don't think they even remotely consider that as a possibility.
You said to me before we turned the camera on, and I mentioned to you, you haven't been beaten yet this year. You said, I don't think of it that way. I'm going to give you a chance to talk about that for a moment, but the fact of the matter is you have a very strong group. The expectation is high. There is expectation, pressure being the reigning state champion. Some people enjoy that. Other people not so much. Some people motivated. Other people wilt under it. How are you handling it?
Well, you're correct. I don't talk about win-loss records. We talk about taking care of the 900 square feet on our side of the court that we need to compete and protect. We, generally speaking, during practices, and we talked about it the other night, we're just really trying to make sure that we're eliminating the unforced errors that we can so desperately and drastically reduce. And the fact that, we realize that, the target is there, but it's something that you can't dwell on. You can't talk about, what about this team? What about that team? There are so many Division IV schools in the state of Ohio that have a legitimate shot at going after that prestigious final match in the state, and the fact that we were able to get there last year, was it a complete dream come true? But the past is the past. We don't know what the future holds, so we definitely have to make sure that we are striving to make it a reality for our dream.
Once again, Kim Metz, the head volleyball coach at Jackson Center, our guest. And I said this in the article the other day, you're a gal that's got your finger on the pulse of everything with this program, even to the point of driving the bus. She drives the bus not only for your team, but for Scott Elkert's basketball team in the winter, and you're a fire plug here. You got it going on.
I'm kind of a control freak, and that drives a lot of people nuts. And I'm pretty sure there's not many coaches that do drive their own school bus. But as long as I'm healthy and as long as God allows me, I think that's something that I'll do.
Not a fire plug, a spark plug. Spark plug.
I'm sure it's probably both ways.
Congrats again on the title. Congrats on your great start. Best of luck to you. Stay healthy, because that's really important. And we're going to see you more down the road.
I hope and pray. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kim Metz, the volleyball coach here at Jackson Center. Our guest this week on First Person, brought to you again by the Crystal Room in Troy. Call Jessica Brown and find out more about their facilities, their pricing, their amenities, everything they can do to make your next event perfect. As I said, it's conveniently located in the middle of Miami County, right across from the Kroger Plaza on West Market Street. Coach Metz and the sponsor, thanks again for your support of what we do here on PressProsMagazine.com. We'll see you again next time with another edition of First Person.